independent pictures scattered later in the face of the Daily Trust newspaper. Moving on, or rather splashed on the front page of Daily Trust. Just put it better. Reps indict NPA, NNPC, and bet others over 14 trillion naira contingent liabilities. Reps indict NPA, NNPC, and bet others over 14 trillion naira contingent liabilities. Osun governor spends 2 billion naira on meals, welfare, runs office with 6 billion naira in 3 months. So every day we just talk billion for everything. And you wonder if 1 billion is. Okay, well, I leave that. Billions for everything. Why would we not have inflation? When there's billions spent everywhere for everything. Billions for food, billions for air freshener, billions for perfume, billions for this, billions for that. Come on, what are we doing? In Abia State, it's the same. Lagos State, the same. I mean, what is going on? Osun State now? And some of these other states that you have that haven't even opened up, you will be shocked. You would be shocked how much they spend on frivolities. Very. Anyway, moving on. Uproar in Senate over minority leadership seats. That happened yesterday on the floor of the Senate when the Senate President Godswill Akpabio announced the winner, the minority leaders, announcing Abamoro as minority leader and Senator Tony Nwoye of the Labour Party, Anambra State, the Labour PDP now, would not have it. And it says, look, you cannot just choose leadership for us. We're minority. It cannot happen. I'll play that for you later. Federal government revokes 1,633 mining licenses, vows to sanitize sector. That's in the Punch newspaper. But the big story, the screaming story in the front page of the Punch newspaper reads, states spend 1.7 trillion naira on trips, meals, others borrow 988 billion naira. States borrow 988.48 billion naira from banks, others in 9 months. Governors get over 87 billion naira for security votes. Ondo denies 7.3 billion naira diversion. Did you hear that? Did you hear what I was reading? Trillions, billion. Not even hundreds of millions. Trillions, billions for everything. I read that again. States spend 1.7 trillion naira on trips. We just don't have value for money in this country, honestly. And meals, others borrow 988 billion naira. States borrow 988.48 billion naira from banks, others in 9 months. Governors get over 87 billion naira for security votes. Ondo denies 7.3 billion naira diversion. Anyway, living there. Next story. Ghetto in paradise. Abuja pupils learn in sheds, endure dumps order. This is Abuja. This is the Federal Capital Territory. This is the capital of Nigeria. Capital of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And children go to school and they're learning in sheds. You should see the picture. Really disheartening. This is the Abuja. Billions of naira budgeted. Billions of naira allocated for education. And yet, children will go to school and sit on the floor next to a dump. Really sad. Some of the schools in Abuja, quite good. Some of the schools, very good. but more needs to be done. There's more that needs to be done. While we appreciate the few that are very good or that are quite good, more needs to be done. No child deserves to go to school and sit on the floor. No child. Nigeria, Germany signed $500 million renewable energy and gas deals. Nigeria and Germany signed $500 million renewable energy gas deals. Insecurity, military blames Forex, demands special court for terrorists. So the Senate, the service chiefs and the IGP appeared before the Senate, the House of Representatives yesterday, and made some revelations. Some of them I'll bring to you later. $35 billion needed to execute concrete road project, says Umahi. $35 billion, not Naira, needed to execute concrete road project, says Umahi. Vandals, vandal to die by hanging in compliance. Accomplice bags 16 years. Vandal to die by hanging. Accomplice bags 16 years. Sanwo-Olu denies fraud. Assembly orders probe. Sanwo-Olu denies fraud. Assembly orders probe. So yesterday, the governor of Lagos State came out to say that the revelations of billions of naira allocated for certain things in the state's budget and expenditure was an error. On Excel. Was an Excel error. And people who use Excel are wondering, it's not possible. Anyway, the people who know better, and I'm sure that those people would be in defense. If it's bad, it's bad. Let's call it out. Abia State budgeting hundreds of millions for honorarium and then education gets how many? A patri song. It's wrong. It is wrong. Let's call a spade a spade. Education should have been a priority, as against just giving people food and claiming to give people food and money, free money. Come on. From the Guardian newspaper, amid heavy dockets, electoral cases overwhelm judges and justice system. Amid heavy dockets, electoral cases overwhelm judges and justice system. Rivers Assembly crisis persists as factions hold separate sittings. Rivers Assembly crisis persists as factions hold separate sittings. What kind of assembly is that? Confusion as appeal court's certified judgment upholds Governor Abba Yusuf's election. Maybe we're going to see the Court of Appeal putting out a statement to clarify what they did. Was it a typographical error, or was it a slip of tongue by the justices when they read their own judgments? We don't know now. APC, is it a wrong? What happened? What could have happened? Someone says there was an Excel mistake in the expenditure or breakdown, whatever. Another one says there's a typographical error on certified true copies of a judgment. Jeez. APC warned of democratic cancer as NNPP backs Atiku on merger. APC warned of democratic cancer as NNPP backs Atiku's on merger. Adebanjo, Clark, Anya, others tasked Tinubu on implementation of 2014 confab report. Lagos State government says procurement of 440 million naira SUVs and others in tandem with economic realities. Lagos State government says procurement of 440 million naira SUVs, others in tandem with economic realities. Judge warns public against dropping charms in Lagos courtroom. Judge warns public against dropping charms in Lagos courtroom. Denying Kano, Zamfara, Plateau voters their mandates unacceptable, Obasanjo warns. Obasanjo warns. Isn't it interesting? Isn't it funny how time flies and things just change? Anyway, join in now. Let's get your 2 cents to the conversation. Whatever headline tickles your interest this morning, share those thoughts with us on 09073530044 and 09087668888. That is 09073530044, 09087668888. Send SMS and WhatsApp messages to 09097054450. Bringing in our first caller. Hello, good morning. Good morning, Talatu. Welcome.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. Good to have you here.
Thank you. You see, I've said it before, and people are attacking me, that we don't have confidence in our judiciary anymore. So what is the result of the judgment now? Nobody knows. And secondly, about this billion that the governors are spending on their perfume and the food. You did not have that they spend it on school or hospital. I don't understand. These people, are they really going into this government because of us? It shows that they are doing it because of themselves. Assuming we heard that this money is spent on the in the school or hospital, people will not be complaining. How can you buy perfume with billions of naira? To start with billions of naira. God Almighty will have mercy on us. And we pray that God Almighty will come down and see us through. God bless you, my brother. Good morning.
God bless you. Thank you very much for calling, Talatu. Have a very splendid day ahead. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
Good.
I'll be second caller this morning. Jerry calling.
Good morning, Jerry. How have you been?
I'm good. I'm very, very happy. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Good to have you.
Belong, your number now is having crowned. The king now. Your number is king. So,
say again.
I told you before that they are trekking upon. They have been trekking upon education. Education now is no more education. I don't want to talk about judiciary. They have already buy them off. INEC, they buy them off. Yes. They buy INEC off. They have already buy them. So to focus on our education. Our children is going astray. Our children is going astray. My friends, you are walking on the road. You see what you saw, or what you see, you know. These are not more children again. No. Look at the double agboro in town. Go to the beggar. Where are you going? Go to Mabuti. Where are you going again? Go to area 1, Apple Bridge, Apple Runabout. All these places, go up and look at the children. They are dying. People are going astray. The government should do something. Do you know that, my friends, let me shock you, the governor of Kogi State, his spokesman, then called him yesterday. That man said he's not aware. This is his first time to listen to radio. I mean, even not to listen to radio, they call him through the radio. He's not aware. He is aware for police to carry this gun. What do you to call this? They go and break the office of AD. Then break that place. People, their own fellow policemen, they kill them. Kill other innocent people. And they call this man. This man says he's not aware. He's aware of the attack they did. He's not aware of the people that are sick. Can you
All
give
right,
them what
Jerry, you want to wrap it up?
a fellow human being?
Thank you. Thank you
So,
for that
I
one.
think
Thank you very much. Let you go now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Prince Nacho, the media aristocrat,
Good morning, Abu
Abubakar,
Bakar.
calling you from Gwagwalada. I
Welcome.
greet all the previous callers. Ah, it's shameful, it is embarrassing, it is unfortunate for a country of Nigeria uh, status in the Committee of Nations. Our leaders are making up our country up. You see one of the stories you read about children squatting in the shed very close to the heap of refuse with a lot of order in federal capital of Nigeria. When many countries of the world are making giant strides in the desert, in the islands, some they are even contending with natural disasters, but they are transforming their countries. But when we can boast of everything, imagining governors accommodating scam, fraud in their policy implementation, and bending corruption into their budgeting proposal so that they can go on spending spree. Our leaders are just concerned about spending spree, not using our national resources to create wealth, to create prosperity, to create happiness for generality of Nigeria. They are just about cornering wealth. Where are you going with the wealth? When the end comes today, we are going down in 6 feet. You're taking to the backyard of the city.
All right.
We are no abandoned graveyard.
Okay.
Like here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Abu Bakar. Hello, good morning.
hello, Yana, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Chinonso.
Chinoso, good morning to you. Welcome.
Yana, sir. You said something earlier. You said billions. I don't know if you are surprised. If you are, maybe you not be living in this country. You know why? You see why they don't joke with political during election. They can do anything just to win that, just to get into office. So that these millions doesn't matter to any of our politicians at all. You see, this country will have no business being poor or borrowing money. The other day we read about how we lose the spending in Lagos. Today, any little thing, billions. This is why they go into that office. They don't go into that office for the masses. They go for this spending, just like Abubakar from Wawadada just said. This is it. And again, we said, call a spade a spade. In Nigeria, a spade is not a spade. A spade is a shovel. Are you getting me? They don't, during COVID-19, one minister said he said food to them with billions and billions of naira. Why at home? And that one came and gone, and nothing happened. Nobody is protected. So then, our politicians, then as for Kanu, what happened in Kanu can only happen in a country like Nigeria and no other place in this world. Can only happen in this country. So that is just the thing. I'm not surprised if we need anything about our politicians and the way the things happen in this country. Nothing surprises me anymore. As long as it's Nigeria, anything can happen. Anything that cannot happen anywhere in the world can happen in Nigeria and nothing will happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And so, moving on to the next one. Hello, good morning.
Thank you, my prince. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Obasanjo, is that you?
Yes, it's a passenger from Amali.
Welcome.
Thank you. My prince, why are we Nigeria? Good morning. Abuja, good morning. Wake up. They don't break. My prince, why would they fear to fight for freedom? And would they fear to fight for freedom? Why? Because this independence, we just get on cheap. We don't fight for anything. see the country in Africa that fight for freedom, for independence. You check, you see, they are doing well in their security, in their electoral system, in the judiciary system. But in our country, why? Because we don't fight for this freedom, like independence. Today, Nigerians, we are afraid of fighting this freedom. Then judiciary are taking us for granted. If the security has been disturbed us in the rural community, down in the city, the judges are disturbing the people again. So we don't go. Why? Because if you give a judge money, you are free. Common elections today, we cannot just hear it. Free and fair elections, there is none. It talked about the presidential. Somebody come up in one time. Somebody come up in Nigeria and said President Tinubu has no certificate. Judiciary, the Apex Court agreed that President Tinubu has a certificate, which is one citizen. A former general said this. And Tinubu has no certificate. But today, what are we seeing? What are we experiencing? Nigerians, we are afraid to fight for freedom. Then they will kill us. They are pushing us in the rural community, in the city again. We cannot have faith from the judges. Judges have become a sell and buy. There's faith in our country. So wake up from our slumber where we sleep. Everybody, we should wake up and fight for this freedom. This is the right time that we need our independence.
All right, Passenger, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Moving on to the next one. Let's keep it sane and civil. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Prince Nacho. I hope you had a pleasant night rest.
Yes, I did.
With your family.
Yes,
yeah, I do. Over here, I remember Mustafa Bakar Ali Ketin. I'm calling from PW Kuwa this morning.
Welcome.
Honestly, I don't like the implied criticism in the voice of the former president Olusegun Obasanjo on the judiciary. It should not use psychological, emotional, and emotional blackmail. Psychological warfare on the judiciary. It should allow judiciary to carry out their functions. Okay, and I hope the judiciary will come out with a response to what he has said. We are a living witness to what happened in Plateau State. There was a court order restraining them from conducting primary. They did not vacate that court order. They went ahead. So what are we saying? It was nullity. It happened in Zamfara State in 2019. So why is it trying to say all of that? It's a statement. Its words should be binding. Its words should be uniting the country, not causing division, disunity, anarchy and discord in the land. It is unacceptable. The country has given them much more than they are giving back to the country. At its age, at least, if you want to say something, you should say something that will be uniting the country, not this. You cannot be muslanging the judiciary. People saying justice in Nigeria is for sale. So that means all the court cases he won, does that mean that he was the highest bidder? I think this indictment on judiciary should come out strong and defend itself. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria, and God bless our leaders and guide them right.
Thank you, Abubakar. All right, moving on. More calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Chief Cosmos, welcome.
Yes, Chief Cosmos Ugunali from Sule. When I hear to listen to me, I'm a peacemaker. When I hear people lament, it puts me off. Like the other caller said that because Nigeria are behaving the way they are, because they did not, they got their independence in a flat of gold. Who tell him so? How old was he that time? If we got it there through diplomacy, perseverance, our leaders then, through oneness, obstacle that the colonial master put, and they surmounted it and got the independence. Say that because until they shed what you are shedding now, go off from that area. We are facing national building, very important. No person should, all of us, we are guilty of the offense we are accusing each other. Because we started from family before we form a nation. We have all sinned according to the Bible definition and fall short of glory of God. We should come back from the basics. Take us from the boss. Become less greedy in the selfish. That is what is holding us down. We should serve humanity with all our heart. This is how Nigeria will rise. We should condemn nepotism, tribalism, religion, other things. This is how a nation is built. In America, certain news come, they water it down. This is to get into the mind of people to bring their nation down. But in Nigeria, you'll be happy to start when you hear ugly thing about your nation. You go to social media, post it all out for people to mock somebody you don't like in the powers on the right. You are doing yourself, pressing yourself down.
All right, Chief Cosmos.
How can you build a nation like that?
Thank you for calling and sharing your thoughts there. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, God bless you.
Good morning, Elder.
God bless Abubakar and Salasi. God bless them.
Amen. Thank you.
My name is Govenor. My brother, point of order. See my place. We have started in my place that if he is small picking, begin to insult the old man. That small picking, they will regard him as a bastard. That is what we believe in my place. And then in Yoruba land, there's a adage in Yoruba land. Ọmọdé tó fi àgbárí tó rí àgbà sí ipò yìí ló máa bá you get. So we should know how to talk to people and know how to talk about the Nigeria project. This country belongs to us. We should advise the government the way out. You let me go directly to my point. I'm not a politician. You see, judiciary, they are the problem to us. You see the comment from Chief of Defense Staff. It's true. All right. It is very helpful they kill people in Nigeria. Terrorists are killing people in Nigeria. Do you say they try anybody in the court? Nobody. But they know how to judge a political case. Remove governor of Zamfara, remove governor of Kano, and then this and this. The point where no contest as a primary election. It's a Senate president, a senator, this and this. They know how to talk to you like that. But they don't know how to try terrorists. And then two, the Minister of Justice, we are security experts, we have go to abroad and see how they try terrorists. We don't have court to try terrorists in Nigeria here, my brother. Court in abroad before you try terrorists. That court have mercury. Mercury, you can't see the eye of the judge. You can't see the eye of the terrorist. You can't see the eye of the lawyer. And then the judge don't mention his name. As we say, Justice Ajay, Justice this and this, Justice this and this. You don't mention the name where they are trying terrorists. We don't have that type of court in Nigeria here. No judge will ever go and sit down. Justice Ajay, try terrorists and sentence him to death. The next thing, the terrorists to go to his village and destroy him. So if the government were to try them, they do that thing what they do in Iran. That's court in Iran, that's the court in Israel. You can't see the eye of the judge. And then the judge, man, don't make sure they may be trying terrorists. That's the way they have to try terrorists in Nigeria. Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you, Elder Noja. We'll get to your messages in a bit. Just take a few more calls on 09073530044 and 09087668888. So the service chiefs had yesterday appeared before the National Assembly and made some revelations, especially the Chief of Army Staff, and said that story and the writer to that, to read, I'll serve that to you shortly. It says that some of the jailbreaks were, coordinated within the prison, in connivance with some wardens of the prisons. Said that Boko Haram elements that have been captured, they would need to be tried and prosecuted. That they've kept some of them for several months and several years, because sometimes they even make arrests. They hand them over because they cannot prosecute as army, as the armed forces. They cannot prosecute, so they hand them over to those who should prosecute them, and before they turn their backs, the person is released. Made some very interesting comments as regards what the situation is, and it's quite worrisome that at this point we still have this kinds of situation. The Inspector General of Police also made statements to say that the police is ill-funded. That in fact some police stations do not have even a single operational vehicle. How can they perform? How can they perform their duties? Right. Well, I'll take more calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Rihanna.
Good morning to you. Chidin BC, welcome. Chidin BC, well, good to have you.
Rihanna, people are talking and there is no room for change. Rihanna, so, I think Mubarak, their president Mubarak, whether the price of bread or something like that happens, the Egyptians took out a mass on the road and protested against that. And the president resigned. You see, what is happening in this country is getting too much. It's getting too much. If we don't find a way to solve this problem, it will remain like this. Because the people that are benefiting from it, they don't want to change anything. For me, I always talk about our constitution. Let anything that Nigerians want to do, more especially our youth, it should be at the National Assembly. If our laws and our constitutions are well stipulated, all these things that is happening in Nigeria should not be. See, what happened in Kaduna, in other states, it's uncalled for. There is no civilized country that this kind of thing should have happened. But it's happening in Nigeria, and nothing is happening. Well, let us sit up, as that young boy said, let Nigerians sit up and do something.
All right, Chidin BC.
I am not a kid when, by 1960, I was at my 9 years of 12. By 1960, so I knew that some people don't need the independence. But some people wanted it. So we didn't, we don't value it. So we just have to do something about it.
Okay.
We are not free in this country.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. What's your name?
It's Abdullah Mekano calling from Kubwa.
Abdullahi, welcome.
Sir, you can see what happened in Kano State at this judgment. You can see the copy, what came out today. So now, if Nigeria is set on fire, the judiciary are the ones to be blamed. Because they are the enemies of this country. They allow themselves to be used by illicit politicians. Look at what happened now. They want to set Kano State on fire and the whole country because of their selfish interests.
Okay, seems like the network did you in. Abdullah, you may kind of... Okay, we get to your messages now. Those of you who have sent in voice notes and SMS and WhatsApp messages. Let's start with this one. It says... Okay, it's from Samsung. Samsung from Lugbe says, good morning. What's happening in our judiciary today is enough to remind us of the reason why some of our political leaders always compel their opponents to go to court whenever their suspicious acts are being exposed. Fortunately, all things must come to pass one day when the judiciary power will become powerless. Samsung, thank you very much. Go on to the next one. this one is from who now? You didn't add your name. Good morning. Okay, God's own. Good morning, Manta. It's like when we complain is when the leaders laugh us the more. Why not overlook them and see how they want to run the country? God's own. Thank you very much. Getting to you WhatsApp now. Don is here. Don, let's hear you.
Morning, my prince. Hope you had a good one. My name is Don. See, my brother Ihanacho, the level of corruption in Nigeria is none that has ever been seen or witnessed anywhere on the face of the earth, at least that I am aware of. You see, that is why you keep on hearing billions and trillions that are not, showing anywhere in the lives of the people. We have mediocres in terms of affair. We have people who feel that it is their turn to rule us, and that is why you continue to hear that those numbers of billions and trillions that are not reflecting on the lives of the citizens. And that is why some of us have believed that anybody who believes that this country is going to be better is actually dreaming, because countries like Malawi, who knows what it takes, who wants to grow, has done the needful, cancelled all the trip, all expenditure that are not necessary or anything like. But on the contrary, here in Nigeria, they are even inflating it and increasing it, buying millions of naira worth of SUVs for themselves, allocating millions and billions of naira for perfumes and vegetables and and you say we're serious? Like our brother Usman Dora used to say, a collapsed system can never work. This system is never going to work. It will never work except we do the right thing. The controversies we were witnessing in the judiciary, that is why people like me were saying the other day that the judgment given here, it is not a judgment. It is not a judgment. It is just the wishes and the wishes of those in power. Because you have the money. You can see contravening or conflicting this thing judgments. What happened during the CTC of presidential election? What happened? The people who are reading this thing, you can just see what was going on. I don't want to say something that we say, okay, it is not radio friendly, but we know what we're doing. And that's why I always say that if we continue like this, there will not be a country. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, Don. On to the next one. And this one's Usman Daura. Good morning, Usman.
Good morning, Mr. Henocho. Usman Daura is my name. On the CTC copy given to NPPL, Mr. Henocho, we read it, we saw it, we heard it. It was a notice in favor of Abubakar Yusuf, but it was turned against him. Now there's a typographical error. Mr. What a country, Mr. Henocho, what a country. Okay, we are waiting to see what kind of action Supreme Court take again. At the tribunal, it was 165 votes that they were disputing. Appeal court, that is on the of NNPP. Supreme Court, let's wait and see what will happen. When they're going to endorse the judgment and give victory to Gahuna. Who will, no rational person will take this thing. NNPP has won Kano, whether you like it or not. Nobody, there's no way. Whatever they want to use, unless they want to use the state apparatus against it, finished. But there's nothing. Look, you can't convince me that Abubakar has not won election. How? He has 2 senators, about how many highest numbers of reps, state assembly, state local government, is genuine, sincere people voting what they want. They were not forced, Mr. Henocho. They don't take it at all cost. Judiciary trying to plug this country into chaos, Mr. Henocho. We are waiting for the Supreme Court. Let us see what they are going their own technicalities to, because they say you're not a lawyer, you're not learned. Must you be able to understand what is right or wrong in this country? Man-made reason is our laws revelations from God. Is it man-made laws? Where's their law reform commissions? We are not fools in this country. We know what we do. We're just like them. Hey, you are not learned. Hey, you don't know. Hey, judge will only use what is given to him. Isn't human being? It's not rational. Can't it reach between right and wrong? We are not fools. Lawyer. I don't know what they take this law to be. Is it a revelation? Man-made law. Somebody sat down and made this law for you. Why can't you change it? Using law to hurt people. Using law to take away people's victory. People's mandate. Because you don't like, you hate him. You don't like Konkosu. You want him to govern at all cost. We are waiting. We are watching. We will see how it will go again. Bye-bye.
Usman Daura, thank you very much. Selassie is here. Good morning, Selassie.
Good morning, President Henacho. Good morning to the listeners and callers of this radio station. I greet the first caller Talatu and the previous callers that we call. I greet them all. My name is Selassie. Honestly, what is happening in this country, things need to be corrected in the aspect of judiciary, the electoral empire. In fact, yesterday I heard one of the senators saying that they are going to amend the constitution, that transmission of result must be not the result must be transmitted. I want to commend him for that, and I hope they will do something about that. That our result must be transmitted through the IREP and so on, and through the device. Then come to the issue of what is happening. Honestly, this country, Nigeria, is bigger than any politician, than any judiciary. They should be careful of what is happening in this country. You remember the Arab Spring? That is how it started, and it spread for the whole Arab nation. Something need to be done. Do you remember what happened in Sri Lanka? I'm telling you now, the politician has succeeded in dividing Nigerians. They will say, it's not because he's not my brother, because he's a Muslim, because he's a Christian. But by the time the hardship the wickedness will unite Nigerians together. I'm telling you, people will come at us against all these politicians. Look at the way they are doing things. Look at the way things are happening, Prince Ehenacho. Something needs to be done. I hope our president will do the need to correct all this thing that is going on, so that this great country called Nigeria shall be great again. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Nagode.
Thank you, Salasi. Moving on to the next one. Tim is here. Tim says, good morning, Prince Ehenacho. It's on record that APC candidates submitted 4 certificates to INEC, but their candidates were not being sacked. In fact, Justice Samani and co. called it pre-election matter and party affairs. But the same appeal court are sacking candidates of other political parties for the same pre-election matters. Are there different laws for different political parties in Nigeria? Tim is asking. I hope that you found an answer. The thing is, the Court of Appeal is one court. May have different divisions and all, but it is one court. If the Court of Appeal passes a judgment or makes a decision, hands down any judgment, it is the Court of Appeal. It doesn't matter who delivered their judgment. The Court of Appeal is one. Anyway, moving on. Alamin, good morning to you.
Obasanjo, warning.
Okay.
Good morning, my dear brother Yanacho. Alamin here from Kwarampa. Obasanjo, warning judgment in some cases involving the governorship in some state will not be accepted. Obasanjo is speaking as what and as who? These are the questions that I would have posed to him. The judgment, the voice of the justices is the voice of God. And it's ridiculous that someone in his capacity, his standing, supposedly as a national leader and as a former president, that should really understand and in a better position to educate, the ignorance of many Nigerians that are whipping up emotional sentiment about this. But at the same time, I'm not surprised. For me personally, President Obasanjo actually have no moral justification, to speak on electoral reform, to speak on corruption, and to speak on, everything bad with our democracy can be traced down to when he was governor, when he was president of the country. We saw how the National Assembly was desecrated under him in a desperate attempt for a third term, where Ghana must go was being passed around to the senators in an attempt to manipulate the constitution for him to have a second term, a third term in office. We saw how Ekiti State Governor Ayo Fayose, simply because he refused to come and bow to President Obasanjo, he was impeached by minority of Ekiti State House of Assembly. We saw how Ladoja, the governor of Oyo State, was impeached by 4 a.m. in the morning by minority of Oyo State House of Assembly. We saw how the former governor, what's his name now, of Plateau State, was also impeached. We saw how even Peter Obi was a victim. Peter Obi was a victim of Obasanjo's dictatorship in office. How Peter Obi was illegally impeached, and the same judiciary that
Alamin, keep it civil, please. Keep it very, very civil. Don't insult anyone. Okay. Your message is
decided now return Peter Obi's mandate back. So does Obasanjo really have moral justification to speak when we are talking of abuse of power, the judicial process, and then corruption in our democracy? It doesn't, because all of this were entrenched under him, and Alhamdulillah, we've been much more than better than we were under him. Do not forget the worst election in this country was conducted under him by Maurice Iwu. So please, it shouldn't even. Some of us are not babies, and we are very, very sound with our history. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alamin. And Shamsuddin says, good morning, Mr. Henacho. My name is Shamsuddin from Dede. About billions of naira spending. It will not stop. I'm telling you, because of our rulers don't care about us. They only think about themselves. Wallahi, the solution is we need to. Okay, I'll leave that there. Thank you so much, Shamsuddin. I won't take more of that. Okay. Is this Polycat? It's been a while, Polycat. Good morning
to you.
Good morning.
My name is Polycat from Suba. I don't even know where to start. The last time I spoke, I sent my voicemail to you. I told you that Nigerians should tighten their belt for the next 4 years, because we are not going to have any meaningful achievements in terms of development and every other thing that follows. It is happening. Since the commencement of this government, what have they done? Rather, they spend money on irrelevant things. Buying of food, sharing of money that will not be accounted for. That they know even 1/4 of that money will not be spent. The governors and their allies, the government workers, the head of service, all of them will just share that money, then leaving the masses to dry up. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why is the government? Why have Tinubu come to do this to us? Since the existence of since the commencement of this government, what have they done? What have they achieved? People are saying there is no fuel. Even the available fuels are very expensive. You cannot build a refineries. You don't look towards that side because we know the masses will benefit. The electricity is not there. The roads are very bad. What have they don't even discuss on this fence. Look at the security. He doesn't even look towards that side because he feels I thank God the service chief they are not coming out to confess. Why are our leaders? Why are they wicked on us? What have the Nigerians done to these leaders that this level of punishment will be bestowed on us? It is quite unfortunate. Look at the hardship in the country. Any government that wants to work knows what to do. All the projects they are mentioning that they are embarked on, none of them they've not even done 10% of those things, and the money will not be accounted for. I told them if they want to do something and they really want to build a project, let them give it to China, because China, you cannot manipulate China. They will build it with their money and they will get results, and you are going to pay them. But Nigeria, they can't do it. They can't do it. They will just look at all the states spending money on borrowing and buying of irrelevant things, CVUs. Why they have Nigeria-made cars? If you don't even want to buy from any other region, buy from your region. A lot of regions are making their own good cars. Buy from them, but they can't do it because they want. I don't know where they're taking this money to. Maybe they're storing it in heaven or in hell. God help us. God help them too. Thank you, Yanacho.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. It's just a lot of messages. I don't know that we can take all of them. Alex Jennifer from Lokogoma says, "Good morning, Prince. All those things our service chiefs went to National Assembly to say are what Nigerians know for long. All we need is for them to prosecute those terrorist sponsors. I remember sometime in 2019, UAE brought out the names of terrorist sponsors. What did they do to them till today? Our amiable former president said many of our terrorists are in the National Assembly. They should start they should start from there, I think. I'm tired of Nigeria matter." Alex Jennifer, thank you very much. Okay, so to the next one. This is from who now? Abbas from Duse says, "Good morning. On the service chiefs, I must express my displeasure about service chief performance. To cap it up, so far their excuses are not good enough. By now we should be having form. Okay, by now we should have we should be having formed a standby for. Okay, we should have formed a standby force put in place by the service chiefs across the nation. This striker force should be rapid in response to crime and crime issues. Okay, or criminal issues. Going after kidnappers in quick time and to rescue captive victims. Furthermore, in the inability of the security agencies to be proactive in nature is the reason why insecurity has lingered on. I will advise our service chiefs to put in place this mobile unity force that can prevent kidnapping, serve as a deterrent to criminality. Then we'll have a dramatically drop in crimes in Nigeria." Okay, Abbas, thank you very much. Okay, and to the next one. Who's here? Let's hear you quickly. Good morning.
This is Vito calling for Immigration Office, Soka. The way the country is going on, it's only Nigeria that is facing this kind of serious challenges in the world. But the truth of the matter, one day we'll wake up and we'll tell ourselves that enough is enough. The high cost of living, high cost of food items, high cost of everything is alarming. While you see some politicians, they will go ahead buying all kinds of things for themselves and for looting the country. It's only God that will help us on this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Precious. Appreciate you. Okay. I guess this is Kings. Yeah, Atkins says, "Good morning, Mr. Prince. From the opinions of Nigerians, it seems no matter who enters as president, there will be little or less significance in the effect of good deeds from power, except we change the constitution. We need brilliant people and laws, especially in this era." Right, Ekins, thank you very much. And then we would wrap it up with this one from GB. GB, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Yana Shaw. My name is GB. About the judgment, CTC judgment of Kano, there's no confusion anywhere. If you still feel confused, let him know appeal the judgment within 30 days. He will leave that seat. The judgment have been declared. Yusuf have been sacked. If you like, let him say this because they say there is confusion. CTC say the judgment is for him and remain there for 30 days without appeal. We know who have been sacked. In fact, that would be the easiest way for him to exist. That's it. and for Obasanjo saying that people purchase justice. It's just lamenting. There's no justice being purchased anywhere. You go to court with your evidences. You go to court with your argument. The court of law is not the court of popular opinion. Court does not rule by public opinion. Court rule by the law and the evidences before the court. And the judgment so far has not had anybody purchasing anything. Let them go to appeal and appeal it, and let's see what the judiciary, the court will say. And the president, weighing the German investor to come and work in Nigeria, invest in Nigeria, that's a very good thing. We need rail to run in our country. By now, Abuja, you have one of the fastest rail running from Malaba to Wuse, from Wuse to Suleja to from Gariki down to Farawe Gbagalada and all the rest of it, and from Nyanya running to Bega. This is what makes a city a city. By that, you see the cost of transportation. There should be a rail running from Lagos to Kano to Maiduguri. So we need this investor in Nigeria. So people say you're investing in investor where there's security. Are there no investors in Nigeria now? People are investing in Nigeria every day, despite the security. Insecurity is everywhere all over the world. Our security is in remote area. The bandit and kidnapping in very, very remote area. And it's when you create job, you are also reducing security. But then you create job, many people be employed, and you're reducing criminality. So we're waiting for them to come and invest in Nigeria, in our gas, electricity, in power, in everything. When we have infrastructure, our economy will revive and economy will grow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, GB. And this is where we'd have to draw the curtains on the program this morning. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of the conversation. Really appreciate you. Talatu, Jerry, Abubakar from Gwagwalada, Chinonso, Obasanjo, Abubakar as well, Tinubu Pekin, Eldar Noja, Chidi Nubisi, Abdullahi Mekano, Samson, God's Own, Don, Usman Dora, Salasi, Team, Alamin, Shamsuddin, Polycat, Jennifer, Abbas, Beatrice, Ekins, GB, thank you all for being a part of the conversation this morning. Let's do this again tomorrow at the top of the hour 7. By the way, at 9 o'clock, we'll be talking about some of the revelations made by the security chiefs and what the life of a Nigerian is actually worth, is what we'll be looking at this morning at 9 o'clock. Keep it locked here. Vicky's got you on Sports and Eagles Wings. You don't want to leave us for any reason this morning because we've got you 100%.